Okay, so according to that storyboard, the narrator should be gone.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
But he's not.
Stanley decided to
Does
go
he
to the meeting room.
just forget
Perhaps
it?
he had simply missed a memo. No matter
that?
how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Yeah. Okay. So let's go. Let's see what's going on this time. Is there anything weird this time, or has he just forgotten everything that's going on? Oh. Input. That's new. Can I... Do I have to find computers that I can do that on? That's different. Okay. So this is getting more and more interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
so
the door on his left.
He's forgotten. Sure, let's go. Alright. Because I think there are more computers this way than the other way. Because this is the meeting room. Are there any
Yet there
computers
was
in
not
here?
a single person here either. Feeling
not...
a wave of disbelief,
So this is all
Stanley
the same,
decided
right?
to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Maybe this guy's in the broom closet now? No?
Stanley stepped into the
I just
broom
completely
closet,
forgotten
but
everything.
there was nothing here, so he turned around and got
Should I?
back.
I'm not
Coming
going
to a
downstairs
staircase,
again.
Stanley walked
Yeah.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. So we completely restarted everything this time? Seems like it. Huh. Or did I just mess up? And not do it right? Can I open this one now? No? Okay, so this is the same as the
Stepping
second
into his
time we
manager's
played
office,
it.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
I know.
who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What
Okay.
he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth.
Yeah.
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible,
Well,
he
I mean-
didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I mean, you know me.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy,
Well,
so he relaxed
yeah, no.
for a few moments with some
Alright.
calming new age music.
Oh no. Again? Okay, I can get behind this. Oh, baby. Come on. Alright, can we at least sit in the chair?
Feeling soothed
Oh.
and rejuvenated,
Yeah.
Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh, there it goes. Alright. So, Stanley, now that we're nice and calm, let's go continue our adventure. Oh, big red button. Boop. And then the elevator fell and killed Stanley. Again. So, let's try to actually turn off the mind control machine. Maybe we should try to escape. Let's try to escape. Yeah, let's do that. Let's mess up this story even more than we already have.
Descending
Alright.
deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Yeah.
It was a stirring of emotion
Maybe
in
he'll,
his
like,
chest,
realize
as though
that he
felt more
forgot.
free to think for himself,
You know what I
to
mean?
question the nature of his job.
That would be cool.
Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Yeah.
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Alright, so let's go. This seems
Stanley walked
exactly
straight
the
ahead
same.
through the large
Nope,
door that
not
read
this time.
Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it,
Yeah.
the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Well, we might as well check and see. You know what? Stanley is nothing if not brave. He's already
The door
died like
behind
5
him
times.
was not shut. Stanley
Yeah.
still had every opportunity to turn around
Is that
and
a
get
laser?
back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah. I mean, we all have to go sometime. Alright, Stanley, let's go. Did he die? Loading. Huh. Oh, I'm still alive. Oh, Stanley's alive. This is... Oh, am I stuck? Oh,
As the machine whirred into motion and and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his
Oh.
demise, he reflected that his
That's
life had been
unsettling.
of no
Can I-
consequence whatsoever.
Ha-ha!
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story,
No.
trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
So is
Perhaps
that-
his death was
yeah,
of
I think
no
that's
great
gonna-
loss,
can
like
I-
plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Yeah, I can't jump. Goodbye. Oh,
Farewell, Stanley,
What?
cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws.
this is
In a
just...
single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Well, at least, you know... Oh, what? Ha-ha, narrator. Foiled again. Did I beat it?
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever.
Yeah.
What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, this
When
is...
every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance,
Yeah.
death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Offices
Do
1,
you
2,
see
and
that
3.
Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit
So is
start?
this Stanley's computer? Yeah, okay. Office layout. Okay, so there's my office. Is this... Oh, that's the doorway with 2 rooms, corridor. The pacing of this opening suggests... blah, 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 blah. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. This corridor has been moved and altered to make sure the player reaches the 2 doors in a good time. Office layout. The blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley's office to the 2 doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. That's awesome. Filing cabinets. This is cool. The 2 doors. The set of 2 open doors was the very first concrete piece of Stanley's Parable design. Once the room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Office computers. Credits. Oh, that's cool. Everyone, take a moment. Kevin Bryden. Wow. So that's amazing. I always like to take a moment to appreciate the people that make the games that I play. So that's nice. The Office. So I can't go into those because they're just flat. Button sounds. A selection of sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of keyboard strokes and a synthesized tone. Neat. Let's go over here first. So, do you think the game's actually gonna restart? Office clock, boss's office. Let's check out all the stuff on the mind control facility, employee lounge. Oh.
Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he
Kevin writing the voice of the narrator recorded dialogue for the entire game roughly 3 separate times over the 2 years of development.
See how
These
it's
are clips from
impossible for
early
a player
takes
to
that
do
were not
anything
used in the
this
game.
room. Perfect example
Oh, that's
of low-level
awesome.
design.
Oh, this is cool. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the game.
Pick up on intuitive views.
Underground, an early version of the underground portion of the game. Okay. So, sorry if the ending of this is a little bit boring, but I do kind of want to explore all this and, see, because this is kind of like a look inside of the game development itself, which I think is really, really cool. The office, maintenance room, an early version. Am I going crazy? Maybe, I don't know. Green light. In September 2012, we submitted the Stanley Parable to Greenlight, Valve's process of approving games for Steam. The Greenlight page had only a series of cryptic photos, which were still enough to win the community's approval, which is awesome. I can't imagine living in a world where Stanley Parable wasn't actually a game. This game is wonderfully... Oh. Wait. Whoa. Interesting. Oh, goodness. I feel like I'm... switches. Sending levers. The levers were designed... Okay. Game is now paused. Begin the game again. Okay, so the escape menu. What is this? Up and down. Up, there's the exit. Freedom ending. This is the freedom ending as it existed in the beta. Okay. Can I? No. Monitor room elevator. So I saw the exit over there. Oh, we might go ahead and end this, because I think we've seen... Yeah, I think we've seen everything. Stanley's office. From left to right, the evolution of Stanley's office over time. First was created in November of 2011, second, March 2012, and the third, February 2013. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can see how it kind of advances, you know? You've got very minimal, you got a few more things, lighting, and then you've got his office with all the little bits and drawers being open, that type of stuff. Okay. Alright, but yeah, I think it's time to go to the exit and see where Stanley ends up this time. Okay.
Oh, look at these two.
Yeah.
How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Ooh. Should I? Let's do it.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Kind of.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time choose.
Oh. So how many times has Stanley died? I think this is like the 6th or 7th time? Is it just gonna end? Like, is this it? Do I have to quit? I think this is it. Or should I wait? Let's give it a moment. I think. Can I begin the game again? Should I? The game is now paused. Resume. 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 Nope. Okay. Alright, let's begin again. The end is never. I feel like that's true for this game. Oh. Well, that's new. Okay, well, I think that's a good time to call this session. We'll come back with more Stanley Parable. It keeps getting more and more interesting. I definitely want to see this through to some sort of ending that doesn't involve Stanley dying. And hopefully him and the narrator can get along. Alright, we'll see you next time, guys.